You know when your brain is just broken? Oh, right. But hopefully it's it's I can feel how bad this is. Next time, let's just get somebody else to play Pete Williams.
Okay.
Hey there, Undergrads fans. Welcome to the February edition of the Undergrads movie update video thing. I didn't leave you guys hanging. Gonna be monthly update videos from here on out, hopefully. Before I get to answering your questions from the January update video, I first just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who commented, who shared your stories about where you were in life when you discovered Undergrads, about how it still holds a special place in your heart. Obviously, for me, Undergrads is very personal, quasi-autobiographical. The characters are based on friends of mine. The storylines are based on experiences that I had in college or that the other writers on the show or in the movie had in college. So it's very, very personal, and it's just cool to see how personal it is to all of you. It almost makes up for all of the death threats. Also, really quickly, the inbox for the Facebook group and the Kickstarter page are flooded with messages from you guys. I am reading each and every one, and they are greatly appreciated. I just don't have the bandwidth to answer each and every one individually. That would be a full-time job in and of itself. The best that I can do is answer your questions from the monthly update videos. Speaking of which,
it's a segue, guy.
First, a lot of you have expressed genuine concern for my financial health and well-being. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for caring. Rest assured, I have made sure that I can basically work on this movie for free for the next little while. Is it enough to pay my bills? Yeah. Is it enough to fund the whole movie? No. And speaking of funding the movie,
it's another segue, guy.
Many of you have asked how you can contribute to the movie, how you can donate. People have recommended setting up another crowdsourcing campaign, a GoFundMe, another Kickstarter, and bless your hearts. But I'm extremely hesitant to ask you for any more money because of the death threats. I did receive a lot of angry messages from people over the last couple years who accused me of stealing their Kickstarter money. So for the time being, I really don't want to go down that road again. Many of you have suggested doing a Patreon. I love Patreon. I support several artists on Patreon, but any time spent creating content for Patreon is time not spent working on the movie. The one thing that I've committed to outside of working on the movie are these monthly update videos, because historically I've been absolutely horrible at communicating with you guys. And I really want to be transparent and open with everybody who is invested in this project. So these monthly update videos are a way of keeping me accountable. But if you have any other fundraising ideas that don't pull me away from making the movie, I would love to hear them. Please share them in the comments section below. Right down there. Some of you have suggested that we sell merch. And while I would love to do that, unfortunately, we don't have the merchandising rights.
Hey, guy, segue.
Rights. Let's talk about who owns the rights to Undergrads. I sure don't. The rights belong to MTV, and many of you have asked, why are we doing a movie and not doing a second season of the series? That is because we could only get the movie rights from MTV, because the series rights, it's very complicated, are split up between MTV and another company. That's also why we can't just reprint DVDs of the original series. Again, those rights don't belong to us. Right now, legally, I can only make a movie. That is all that MTV or its parent company Viacom has allowed me to do after many years of back and forth with their legal department. It's a movie or nothing. Not even t-shirts. Sad face. We were able to make stuff for the Kickstarter campaign because technically it wasn't selling merch. It was a reward for your contribution and not for profit. I suppose we could do that again, but it takes a lot of time to organize the orders and deal with the printing and shipping of materials. I haven't spent a ton of time brainstorming, but I'm sure there's a lot of other ways that you could help support the movie that don't involve opening your wallet. Maybe share this YouTube channel with your clique. Help us get more subscribers. Spread the word that we're making a movie out of my basement. Make funny animated GIFs from the show that go viral. I don't know. What do you all think? Share in the comments below. I do want to make a What the Heck is Undergrads Anyway video for the uninitiated as sort of a trailer for the channel. So that will come out in the next couple of months. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel or Undergrads, you can hear the long version of how Undergrads came to be in the Animatic TO video, Autopsy of an Animated Series from 2015. Strap in though, maybe grab a snack, because it's a long one. But hopefully it's as entertaining as it is informative. Some of you are in the animation industry and have offered to work on the film, and that's fantastic. As temp and freelance jobs for the production do become available, we'll be posting those job listings on LinkedIn. There's a Williams Studio North page where you'll see an expired job listing for a 3D modeler, which brings me to...
Time for another segue, guy.
Movie progress updates! This month we put the feelers out for some experienced 3D modelers and interviewed some really incredible artists. The talent was honestly astounding. Folks who applied have worked on some big TV shows and movies, and we really appreciate everybody who took the time to apply. You may remember I did a test a while back of a 3D Rocco where we put some motion capture in and tried to do a toon look rendering on it. The results weren't great, as many of you pointed out, but we're still trying to use motion capture and 3D technology to help us do a lot of the animation in this film on the cheap. Also, it's just, that's the world I've been living in for the last decade and a half. I'm more experienced in 3D, and so a lot of the technology I have access to and have invested in is in the 3D space. Anyway, we thought it was time to have some real professionals take a crack at modeling the characters from the show. What's the objective of having these 3D models? Boring technical stuff. Once we have a 3D model, we will then run it through a bunch of different rotoscoping tests to see how close we can get it to the original 2D look of the show. Anyway, I'm really excited to share these models with you in our next update once they're complete. What else have we been working on this month? Well, I have started cutting together the animatic for the movie, otherwise known as a leica. The animatic is basically all those storyboards that got completed last year, cut together with temporary voices and music and sound effects to get a sense of the pacing of the movie, see what jokes are landing, see what scenes are not working, and basically treat it like it's another draft of the script, where we'll be editing things down, cutting things out, rewriting jokes. But right now the script is sitting at about 150 pages, and we're trying to get this down to a 90-minute movie. So I foresee a lot of editing over the next 2 months. In order to do that, I've had to record scratch track of the voices, recording out of my home recording studio. Here's a quick tour. So let's go take a look at my home recording studio, tucked away neatly here in a closet in my basement. So this was a storage closet just off of my home office. I cleared a bunch of the crap that was stored in here out to make room for my sound recording equipment. I hung up these foam panels on the wall and on the ceiling to make it more soundproof, more conducive to voice recording. I've got a nice professional microphone here. I'm recording directly to a laptop. And basically I'm going to be using this sound recording booth to record all of the scratch track voices for the animatic.
Nice work. Now see what evidence you can dig up on Crash's hard drive. You should have at least 10 minutes until those frat boys get tired of eating hot dogs.
We don't want to spend money on bringing in professional actors or pay for a professional recording studio if things are still going to get changed later on. So we want to nail down all of the dialogue, the timing for jokes, get that well established before we pay for professional actors. So I will basically be recording all of the characters for this scratch track, even the ones that I don't normally do the voices for from the series. The Dougler.
Say again, sir? Signal's breaking?
I'll probably coerce my wife into doing some of the lady voices, because Cal is about as falsetto as I can get.
Yay me!
But yeah, we'll see how this goes as I lock myself away in this tiny little closet for the next couple weeks. Anyway, that about wraps up the February update video. We'll see y'all again sometime in March. Goodbye, y'all. Anyway, that's it for this update video. See you later. Anyway, that just about wraps up the February update video. We'll see y'all next time. Why do I go y'all? Anyway, that just about wraps her up. See you next time. See you at the end of March. See you next time. See you for the next video. See you in the update video. The next one. Anyway, that about wraps up this update video. See you in the next one at the end of March. Now I'm going to pose for the thumbnail for this video to make it seem way more exciting than it really is.